This is Adam from Tribulation, from Sweden. We are currently touring the States with Cannibal Corpse, Behemoth and Aeon. We have just one show to go actually, and we're Fort Lauderdale tomorrow. We are in St. Petersburg, Florida, right now.
That's a nice place to end a tour in Florida. Do you have any plans when you get done? Doing any touristy things while you're in the Sunshine State?
No, we want to, but we have to go home. We have a plane to catch early in the morning, so we can't do anything, unfortunately. But it's nice to be here. We've been... It's the winter tour. It's called the winter tour, so it's been cold.
Yeah, what kind of weather will you be going home to?
Cold.
I mean, snow for sure.
Yeah. I imagine there's snow in Sweden right now. Unfortunately, we got North Carolina and Charlotte was pretty warm, and today. So otherwise, it's been freezing.
Now, have you had any incidents due to the weather, like any shows get canceled or anything?
No, not that severe. Just the water freezing, and this bus has been working for the last 2 days again, and that sucks, of course. But that's about it.
That's cool.
That's fine. That's fine.
Let's delve into some of your background a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
How did you first get started in music? Like, how old were you? And do you come from a musical family at all?
Yeah, I do. My mother is a really good singer, and yeah, she's singing in church with her sisters often, and she's playing the piano as well. So I come from that, from a semi-musical home, I guess. I don't know. My interest, I guess, started with Kiss when I was 5 or 6, I think, and I knew what I wanted to do. And yeah, well, that's pretty much it. That's all that was needed for me to.
So, how old were you when you first started dabbling around with music?
I don't know, 9, 10. My mom's acoustic guitar.
Nice.
Yeah.
Always nice to have instruments around.
Yeah, it is. The first song she taught me was Smoke on the Water, of course. On the low E string, so it wasn't the proper riff, but still. And yeah, I guess I started playing guitar more seriously when I was 10, acoustic for a couple of years at least. And then, yeah, I think I was 12 when I got my first Epiphone Les Paul.
Nice.
I still use Les Paul, so. But that's about it.
Now, will you hold on to that for sentimental reasons, of course?
Yeah, I guess it started with Kiss there as well. I mean, Ace Frehley's always playing Les Paul, so that might have been where it started, I guess. So it's still my favorite guitar. It's heavy, which is a problem at times, to be honest, on long tours. On this tour, it's been fine, so maybe I'm over it. I don't know.
That's good. Now, for you and the band, as far as the writing process goes, what comes first for you? Is it the drums, the bass, the guitar, lyrics, or is it something else? Does it change, or has it changed over the years from when you first started?
What always comes first is just a melody, or a beat, or something. We never really sit down with our instruments and say, let's write a song. We try to make it, make the music come to us rather than kind of force it out. I don't know. I do all kinds of stuff actually. It's good when you're going to bed actually, and you have to get up and record something or go for a long walk or whatever. That's when it comes and you realize you've been humming on this melody for like, I don't know, 15 minutes. Oh yeah, this is good. Sometimes it's really bad. You have to throw that away, of course. But that's the start of it. And I think it's always been like that. I think maybe in the beginning we wrote more in the rehearsal room, I guess. We never do that now. So that's, yeah, I guess it's changed some, but I think we've always pretty much done like this. What we're doing now. And it's been changing throughout the years who's doing what and so on. On the first album, me and the second guitar player, Jonathan, we wrote most of it. And the second album, I wrote most of it. And the new one, we co-wrote again, which is really for the best, I'd say. It's more of a band effort this time, which is, I think you can hear it on the new album. It's out in what is it, April 21st in the US. You'll be able to hear it then.
Now, where can people find out more of your bands? Like, where's some links online that people can find that?
You can always search Facebook, of course. Tribulation Official on Facebook. And I'd say that's the most reliable source for information. We do have a website, but Facebook is updated more often. And we actually have an Instagram account as well, which is also Tribulation Official, I think. So if you search for Tribulation, you'll find it.
Do you feel up to answering 3 random questions? All right, these are more psychological based, and I ask everyone just because I can.
Let's see.
If you were a unicorn and you could be any color but white, what color would you be, and would you have any special powers?
Alright, that would be black, I think. It's really obvious, I guess, but it's, yeah. And the special power, travel through time? Yeah. To visit the past.
Next one. If you were a yogurt, what flavor would you? A yogurt?
Yogurt?
Yep.
Okay.
Now keep in mind, this does not have to be a traditional flavor, but what flavor would you be, and how would you be served?
Flavor of belladonna. And served in a skull cup, I guess. Yeah.
I think that's one flavor.
Yeah, you like it. Obviously.
And then the last one, feel free to pull in dead people on this. This is getting a little back to music.
Right.
But what is your biggest musical fantasy?
Like playing with some band, or
Can be playing with anyone, anywhere. Could be something that's totally anything related to music. Anyone you want, anywhere.
and I'd still like to play with Tribulation. It would be doing something
Like
with someone else.
Someone,
Yeah, or a tour. It would have to be The Doors, I think. I mean, there's Kiss, there's Iron Maiden, but or let's see, maybe The Doors. Let's say The Doors.
Nice. Now, coming up, what do you guys have going on?
We have a bunch of shows in April in Europe, and then we're playing 2 shows with At the Gates in Sweden, and after that we'll go on a European tour. All
Who's
of
going to
May.
be with you on that tour? Do you know?
The headliners are Keep of Callison and Alekesh. that's going on throughout May. And then we have a bunch again of festivals in the summer. Not that many, but and another tour in fall in Europe as well. And then hopefully we'll be back here in the beginning of next year. I hope so. We should be back.
Now, for you, do you notice any differences between the crowds in, say, Europe versus America or any other parts of the world?
Yeah. There are differences. I'd say the best crowd in Europe is a really good crowd. But, I don't know, people seem to be more open to entertainment and music here. I always hear that it's the opposite way, actually, but I experienced things differently apparently. So people seem to be more enthusiastic here. It's always great to play Europe as well, and I'm looking forward to the 2 tours we're doing. I imagine that they will be really good as well. But I mean, we're from Europe, so I guess the excitement is also in experiencing something else when you're in the States. Or I played Japan, South Korea before as well, and that's also something very different. So I guess that's part of the fun.
Yeah. Now, do you have any highlights from this tour so far, or what's your best memory that you're taking home with you?
The best thing I'm taking home with me, I guess, is that it's been a fantastic tour with I mean, spending time with the other 3 bands and the crew. They're all great. It's been our best tour by far, which is surprising because we always say it's the best tour. So, but last night in Atlanta, the Masquerade in Atlanta was one of the highlights, and another one was Salt Lake City. Yeah, we played there previously, and it was kind of shitty, to be honest. But this time it was fantastic. So
Glad they see they redeem themselves.
yeah, exactly. And tonight was also cool. I mean, the stage was really cool. It's really nice playing outdoors for once. We played outdoors in Austin as well, like 5 weeks ago now, I guess.
Austin's a great city.
It is.
I used to write for magazine out there.
Okay. But yeah, that's it. Those are the highlights.
Nice. Now, is there anything we have not talked about that you want to make sure we talk about?
Well, there's plenty we haven't talked about, but I think this covers some ground.
What about advice for people who want to get started in the music industry?
Do your own thing. Only. If you're not doing it, honestly, it could work, I think, but it would be fake. It would be bad. Eventually, it will be a failure, I think. Be yourself, do your own thing. Yeah, that's my only advice, I think.
Sure. One last question. What, throughout your life, has been your most influential moment?
Wow. That's a very difficult question. This is probably not the most influential moment, but it's the one that comes to mind now. The first time I saw her
Where were you at when you seen him?
Stockholm in 2003, I think, on the Give Me Until I'm Dead tour, I think. Stockholm Stadium. Yeah, it was great. Me and the drummer actually, Jacob, we were out there from 9 in the morning without going to the bathroom, without drinking water, without eating anything, and we got to the front, so it was all worth it.
Nice.
Yeah. It's been a while since I did anything like that, but yeah, it was a great experience. I've seen Iron Maiden many times after that, and it's always a great experience.
Yeah, they were put on a picture.
So I'd say that might not be the most one, but it's the one that comes to mind.
Anything else you'd like to throw in? Anything about the new album or anything like
Yeah,
that?
it's like I said, it's out in April 21st.
Anything people should look for as far as musical techniques or messages and songs or anything?
No
that comes
message.
to mind?
Hopefully you'll be inspired. That's all I can say. Buy it. I think it's good. It's our best album by far. I'd say it's one step in our own direction. Another step, I guess. But
And where did you record that over at?
in Stockholm.
Did you work with anybody?
Yes, we worked with a friend called Ola Ersfjord. He was the producer. We recorded it in like 5 different studios, I think, all around Stockholm. And I don't know, I kind of feel like it's a more urban album compared to our previous one, at least, which was very murky, foresty. It's still there, it's always there in our music, but it's I think you can feel that it's recorded in the city, actually, which is something new, I guess, but something that felt comfortable at the time, so hopefully that's a good thing.
Alright, well I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
Yeah, thank you.
Make sure you have a lovely rest of the tour, even though it's only one more show. Safe travels back.
I'm going home.
Alright, well thanks again.
Thank you.